Everybody, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. Those of you that are watching live, you're see my little buddy, my little guest hanging out with me. Those of you on Spotify and Apple and Megaphone, just imagine. Captain Dave has a little monkey sitting on his chest. Little Marley has decided he wants to be part of the group now. He loves hanging out with mommy and daddy. And he's hanging out on my chest, but we're going to put him in the box in a minute. If he doesn't change his ways, we'll put him back in his little cage. But we're just showing you guys Marley and how tiny he is. His little head's the size of my thumb. He is the tiniest little monkey in the whole wide world. He is a miniature marmoset monkey. And his colors are so incredible. They match my logo, which I don't know how I did that, but I got very lucky. Today, gang, is Opsin USA Monday. We always talk about an Opsin product. We'll talk about them in a little bit. But the big news is I want to know, and I want you guys to leave comments on either TikTok or YouTube or Facebook, and let me know, because I talked to a lot of members that were out this weekend. Nobody saw the red tide, that they're blaming these attacking sea lions on the red tide. So if any of you saw thank you very much, everybody. If any of you saw the red tide, I want you to let us know. But yes, today is a spectacular day. Marley spent the morning hanging out with his mom, hanging out on Kelly, which was a great day for Kelly to have. Today is Kelly's birthday. And she got a phone call from her son first thing in the morning, telling her happy birthday and letting her know that he's buying his first house. 21 years old, buying his first house. So that just lets you know Kelly did a phenomenal job raising that young man. Riley, congratulations. I know you watch all the time, and you were going to watch today and see what Marley was up to. And little Marley's being a little camera. Oh, there he is. He's being a little camera shy, but he's hanging out. We'll see how long he can hang out with us on the show. I got his he likes to live in this little container, so if it gets too stressful, he'll jump in there. It's right here in front of him. That's like his security spot. So he's going to be hanging out with us here on our chest. He just had a bunch of snackies, and he's doing really good. But today I want to talk about this red tide sea lion hoax that they're putting on here, gang. I know a lot of people. Sonny was out this weekend with a couple of clients. Justin was out on Saturday. And then we have a plethora of members that were leaving reports. And nobody saw any red tide. But there were sure a lot of sea lion attacks again. And they're only going to get worse and worse. And one of our members sent us a great email. I'm going to read it here in just a second as I pull it up. Chris sent me a phenomenal email, right, Chris? I think it was you. Let me see. I got it right here. Yeah, Chris Bishop. Chris, thank you for this. I've been using this all weekend with a lot of people. Katrina Foley, the Orange County supervisor, released a beach warning for this weekend, for the 4th of July weekend, stating, do not approach stranded marine mammals due to a tonic acid bloom. There has been an increase in sick and seizing marine mammals standing on beaches. Do not approach or touch. These animals can bite, which can result in serious bodily harm. Keep your distance. And if any of them do bite anybody, call us immediately and we'll take the animal. They don't care about you. This whole world's gone screwball. They don't care about you. They say if any of these marine mammals attack anybody, give us a call and we'll take them to the Pacific Marine Mammal Center to help rehabilitate them. Gang, this is ludicrous. This is crazy. This is the most craziest thing I've ever heard of. If my dog attacks a child tomorrow morning, or anybody, a full-grown adult, anybody, my family pet that's been with us forever since it was born, if it attacks somebody tomorrow morning, they're not going to take it to the rehabilitation center and nurse them back to health and try to figure out why Spot attacked somebody and give them some psychological evaluations? No, they're going to euthanize my dog. It's already known. They've done it 100 million times. They're going to do it again tomorrow if my dog attacks anybody. If a coyote comes into your neighborhood and attacks one of your children, what happens to that coyote? And any coyote that even remotely looks like that coyote, they're all going to get euthanized. They're all going to get destroyed. They're all going to get taken out. If a mountain lion comes down and goes in your backyard and attacks your wife or your husband, what's going to happen to that poor mountain lion? They're not going to try to find out if there's something mentally wrong with them. No, they're going to euthanize them immediately. This is the craziest thing I've ever heard of in my life. We are going to take these sea lions that are attacking human beings, and we're going to take them to where? We're going to take them to the Pacific Marine Mammal Rescue Center, and they're going to be psychologically evaluated. Gang, has the world gone mad? If Marley, my little baby monk right here, oh, there she is. The birthday girl, everybody, joining the show.
Say hi to my mom because she's watching.
Peggy, happy birthday. Thanks for giving us this beautiful young lady.
Not my mom.
No, I said thank you for giving us this beautiful young lady. If it wasn't for Peggy, we wouldn't have Kelly. There she is, birthday girl. But gang, I'm just blown away. I'm blown away. Dave, my buddy Dave Burris and I had a long conversation this weekend about this and how coyotes have been taken out for way less than what the sea lions are doing. What is wrong with somebody leaving me a message? Somebody on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Somebody leave me a message. Tell me what's going on. Why has the world gone mad? Gang, these are wild animals. They're attacking people. This is ridiculous. We're going to, I cannot get over this. Those of you on Spotify and Apple and Megaphone, you just have to go look up Katrina Foley, the Orange County supervisor. Today, I released a beach warning to Orange County residents and tourists about sick marine mammals acting aggressively towards beachgoers due to a toxic algae bloom. We ask beachgoers not to approach or touch stranded animals due to this potentially risk to seriously bodily harm. First of all, do we really need to write this? That's like McDonald's getting sued because the coffee was hot. Gang, they're a wild animal. Their name is California sea lion. It's not Big Cuddly Pillow. You don't have to put a warning on. If I see a mountain lion, I know I'm not supposed to go pet him. This is how crazy the world has gotten, gang, and I don't understand it, and it blows my mind. And everybody that's telling Kelly, thank you, happy birthday, we really do appreciate you. Thank you all very, very much. This sea lion thing is near and dear to my heart. It has been for a very, very long time. And don't say, oh, Captain Dave, you don't like sea lions. You have never listened to me then. I think sea lions are the greatest thing. Hey, Peggy. Hi, thank you very much for giving me your beautiful daughter. Peggy, you are the best. Peggy's putting on one heck of a shindig for 4th of July. Thank you very much. And she's raising 2 beautiful little children again. She's an expert at this child raising thing. So good job, Peggy. Good job. You're doing a great job. Marley, wake up. Wake up. Marley's falling asleep now. Marley, you got to get wound up. These sea lions are serious deal, buddy. These sea lions are, Mike Lewis, thank you. Everybody, now that I see Mike Lewis, gang, sprinkle some of those stars. I don't understand what happened. We were doing so good. Everybody was sprinkling stars, giving me diamonds over on YouTube. On TikTok. Subscribe and follow me on YouTube and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Do all the things you need to do, gang. I need all that. Gang, I'll be here every single day, Monday through Friday for you, but kick me down a little bit of love. Show me that you care. Show me that you love me. Mike Lewis, I don't have to tell you. I don't have to tell you. Look at Marley, Peggy. Look at him. He's right here. Isn't that crazy? Peggy was here when I got Marley. She knows how long this has taken and how far he's come. But gang, if Marley attacks me right now and bites me in the neck, if we were in California, Governor Newsom would have him put down immediately. If your family dog bites one of the family members and puts them in the hospital, that family dog is getting put down immediately. If the coyotes attack, that coyote's getting put down immediately. Mountain lions, badgers, porcupine. I don't care what animal it is, except for the California sea lion. The world's gone mad, ladies and gentlemen. It's absolutely gone mad. And they blame it on something that's not even here. They blame it on red tide. I talked to a lot of members this weekend, and none of them saw any red tide. Nobody saw any red tide anywhere. So they're trying to protect these wild animals that are starving to death. And I told you guys at a show 3 years ago, and Elliot's doing his best to grab it, and we're going to try to post it. But I talk about when the California sea lions will start attacking us and start eating us. They're not just biting you because, oh, they want to bite you. They're biting you because you're food and they want to eat you. We're food. They're starving to death. It has nothing to do with red tide. Get that thought out of your mind. I don't care if Noah says it, if all the marine biologists say it. It's an overpopulation of a species that is starving to death, and they're trying to eat us. That's what it's all about, Marley. Don't be afraid. Here, have a nut. Here you go, little nut, man. Have a little nut. But gang, so that being said, I'm looking. I don't see anybody leaving a message saying I saw red tide. I don't see anybody saying, yeah, I do boats every single day. Do you want look at my videos? I'm out on the water all the time. I just got done with a 7-day trip. Yeah, I was on the boat for 7 days. I love these little snot-nosed booger eaters saying I don't do anything. Yeah, you're right. I'm just a loser. I don't ever do anything. Just sit here and talk and hang out with my monk. But, okay. Think about it. There is no red tide anywhere to be seen. There is none. We don't see it anywhere. So the red tide's not causing these animals to attack us. But gang, something really cool. We have some really phenomenal reports come in this weekend so far. I know it's just the very beginning of the weekend. But check out this report from one of our members. Look at this. So if you look at this, Peter went down to San Mateo Point all by himself, set up on the edge of the kelp. Those of you on TikTok, Spotify, Apple, and Megaphone, you can't see this, but it's a beautiful picture of a giant white sea bass that he caught fishing by himself at San Mateo Point. He went down there, read the conditions, anchored up on the edge of the kelp, and casted out a live mackerel and was rewarded with a giant white sea bass. No other boats around. He was all by himself, had a phenomenal day. Gang, that's what's going on out here right now. Look at this. If you look at this picture, Franklin and his son there, look at that smile on that little boy's face. They wailed on the halibut. They said, if you read the report, he talks about how he found where they were. He listened to the report from Sonny. He went to the beaches on the backside of one of the Channel Islands. He was rewarded with this beautiful halibut. Here, let me read this for you, okay? Because this is a pretty cool report. Just stay with me for a couple seconds. So, Franklin says, we got him. Found where the halibut was stacked up. Got a big starry flounder also. 60 to 80 feet of water, 60 to 80 feet of water right on top of the squid. We used greenback mackerel for bait. He tried Dave Hansen's sliding sinker rig that I show on my website. He got 2 20-pounders and his boy got a 30-pounder. We followed the game plan and it works. Thanks, Captain Dave. Gang, that's what's going on out here right now. Fishing's phenomenal. Don't listen to the news. Don't listen to the people. Look at that smile on his son's face, huh? You can't buy that smile. I don't care how much money you got. You can't buy that smile, gang. That's what's going on. If you're not paying attention to the community over at Your Saltwater Guide, if you're not watching and reading every day, you're missing out on a bunch of cool things. Here, Danny just posted a couple of minutes ago. I would have put this up. But look, there's a big yellowtail Danny caught. This is on the website, yoursaltwaterguide.com. If you're tired of sucking at fishing, look at Danny says, found the bluefin at the 302 and the yellowtail at the 425. I got 3 bluefin and 4 yellowtail. Following the plan. How rad is that? Also had a triple hookup on solid 25-pound yellows on a patty. The whole new level of satisfaction for the three of us. We've never felt this before. Tight lines out there. Thanks for the game plan, Cap Dave. Gang, I'm telling you, fishing is insane right now. You've got to follow the plan, though. You got to be a member of somebody's website. I don't care whose, but you got to have information when you go out there fishing on your private boat. It's imperative to have good information, know what to do when you get there, and then fish with the right product. You got to have the right size hook, the right size line, and all that stuff. But what I haven't seen any reports, all the reports I'm seeing are saying no red tide. And I know I keep pounding on this thing, but the fantasy that they're trying to shove down our throats about these algae blooms causing the sea lion to attack people, I'm not going to buy it. I'm just not. I'm not going to be a part of that. I don't believe that's the problem. You can't convince me that's the problem. I think the overpopulation and the lack of places for them to go, like all these sea lions that are in the harbors up and down the coast, they don't want to be in the harbors, gang. You know why they're in the harbors? Because they have nowhere else to go. There's no room at the inn. There's no room for these little guys anywhere up or down the California coast. If you do care about sea lions, and like I was saying before, I love sea lions. If I was to come back as anything, let's say I passed away and you could come back, I want to be a sea lion. I think that would be insane because there's only a couple things in this world that scare me. One is Kelly, and the other is healthcare. I'm terrified of healthcare. Absolutely terrified. I paid so much money over all these years to make sure that we had healthcare for me and our family. And I've never been sick, and I'm scared to death what happens when Dave gets sick. I'm going to have to find out how good this healthcare is. But if I was a California sea lion, holy moly guacamole, I could eat people, and I could go in and see a psychiatrist and get found out that it was caused by red tide. Could you? Wow. So if I was a sea lion, I could sit on the psychiatrist's couch and I could just tell him the reason I ate that child's leg and I bit that lady's face off is because there was an algae bloom in the water. So can you give me some more food to eat and then put me back out in the wild? We're all good. We're cool. How rad would that be to be a sea lion? That's what they're telling you. I'm reading it right here. You can't make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. The world has gone mad. The world has gone mad. This is a statement that came out from the supervisor on June 30th, Friday, that tells you all about the reasons why you are going to be attacked by these poor, defenseless little sea lions. Crazy, gang. And I don't know, those of you that have just joined us, but we've been around a long time. We know what happens when a dog or a cat or something attacks you. They're gone. Taken away, gone forever. It's absolutely crazy. Greg Warren says he fished Friday, Saturday, Sunday, San Clemente Island, everywhere in between. Catalina water cannot have been more clean. Purple would have left. It was purple, but it was beautiful water. Be careful what sport boats you follow. I spent 2 hours following a whale watch. Thanks, Ace. Yeah, what I try to tell you all is do not fish for boats when you go out fishing on your private boat. And Ace just being funny. He didn't follow anybody. He's a member of our website. He's got it going on. He knows what's happening. Have some more little almond. Little Marley's having an almond slice, and he just loves them. Sorry, I'm paying a little bit of attention to him, but he is come a long ways. I've been waiting for this for a year and a half for him to start being a part of life with us. He wakes up with Kelly and I, and he goes to sleep with Kelly and I, and it's pretty cool to have a little monkey to go along. And this is a rescue monkey, gang, if you don't know. Marley is a rescue monkey. We rescued him when we moved down to Mexico. Family had him, and they weren't taking good care of him. It's taken us about a year and a half for him to trust us and even let us touch him. But now, look at that. I'm petting Marley. How rad is that? But I couldn't imagine letting a sea lion eat him or letting a sea lion attack one of my children and then taking the sea lion to a marine center and having them evaluated and psychologically evaluated and then put back out in the wild where he's attacking humans. Gang, we're teaching these wild animals the wrong thing. We're teaching them that it's okay to attack people and everything's going to be all right. And these are super smart animals. If you think about it, California sea lion is the same animal you see at SeaWorld and some of the local amusement parks. Very easily tamed, intelligent, super intelligent animals. So if we start teaching them that it's okay to eat us, and if you eat us, we're going to give you an award, and you're going to be rewarded for eating a human, and you're going to be taken to a really cool place, and you're going to be psychologically evaluated. You're going to give a bunch of really good food, and then we're going to let you go back out there where you're eating people. Are you out of your ever-loving mind, ladies and gentlemen? Come on. You got to be kidding me. This is not right in any way, shape, or form. And like I always say, you might not agree with me, but all I got is the truth. And if this happened with a coyote or a bear or a mountain lion, that animal would be gone forever. But the cute and cuddly California sea lions getting to go to a marine center. Okay, gang, real quick, we want to talk about this Opsin Fluorocarbon. Opsin Fluorocarbon is an unbelievable product. Like I say in all my videos and all the time when I'm out fishing, your connection from your reel to your hook has to have a spot where the line is invisible. If you're using straight braid, you need a small 12, 24-inch piece of invisibility where you tie your hook to your line. I don't believe in colored fluorocarbon. I know your sister's brother's aunt's cousin caught a big fish with a piece of colored fluorocarbon once. That's great. I believe in my heart, fishing every day for the last 48 years, that you need something clear between your braid and your hook, or your monofilament and your hook. That is Opsin Fluorocarbon. It's a clear fluorocarbon. This stuff is insane. It's clear. It works phenomenal. It comes in so many different sizes. 25, 20, 30, 100. I think he's making it up to 180 pound now or something like that. You can go over to Opsin USA and check out the QR code. We're going to flash on the, and remember, Greg just gave away a free gift every month, every Monday, but we gave away the free gift yesterday on our contest, end of the contest July show. But go to Opsin, go through the QR code, or go over here on Opsin USA on TikTok, enter into the store. Elliot has a way to track you. You're going to get opportunity to win a spool of line that will be mailed to your house. Also, you're going to get to check out all the cool things. And he's, yeah, it's not made in America. I don't think there's any fluorocarbon made in America, but it's spooled in America. He gets these big giant bulk spools and he sets in his garage, him and his wife and his children, and they spool these things. So it's almost made in America, but it's spooled in America in his garage. It's family-owned company. You're supporting Greg Brown and his family, gang. Think about that. Go support a corporation or support a family. What do you want to do? I know what I want to do. Think about that when you're thinking about your fluorocarbon next time. Plus, Greg will send this stuff straight to you, drop ship straight to you. Plus, if you go and you enter the store, Elliot can track you, and he's going to know who you are. And then Kelly Girl will pick your name out of a hat. And next Monday, we'll give away another spool of Opsin Fluorocarbon to one lucky person. Just go through the QR code, enter the website. And if you don't go through the QR code, then go through OpsonUSA.com. Either way, Elliot can track who you are, and we'll get your name in the hat, and we'll pick you out of there. But you want to have fluorocarbon for your connection, and you want to have clear fluorocarbon. And also, by using the QR code or by entering the website, when you go to check out, oh, Marley, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up. Marley. When you enter the QR code or when you enter the YSWG when you're checking out on the code line. You don't have to do it if you're entering through the QR code, but if you're entering through the website, OpsonUSA.com, put in the QR code, you're going to save 20% on your fluorocarbon. Pretty good deal. You're buying fluorocarbon anyway. You might as well save on it. You might as well support a family-owned business, gang. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Now back to what we were talking about, gang. You and I both know something has to be done. Something needs to change. Something's got to give. If you go to 976 Tuna and you listen to the sport boats reporting trying to fish Catalina or San Clemente Island, or you look at all of our friends that are out fishing, leaving reports on the community page, the members, they're all talking about the amount of sea lions they're seeing here and there and everywhere. They're all talking about how hard it is to get a fish through the gauntlet of sea lions. Well, gang, it's because we've allowed this wild animal to overpopulate. And now we're allowing them to attack us. And there's still going to be no repercussions. We started giving a wild animal antibiotics a long time ago. I know I'm beating this dead horse into the ground, but I just can't imagine we all just suck our thumb and let this happen. Someone has to do something. I came up with a great idea: spade and neuter them, because like we do to cats and dogs. We have no problem spade or neutering them. And I was told by some of the upper ups, do you know how expensive that'll be to spade or neuter them, Captain Dave? It cannot even compare to the amount of money we're spending rebuilding docks from Alaska to Cabo. The docks that they destroy, it can't even come close to that amount of money. Can't it come close to the amount of money of one of our children or one of our spouses getting chewed up by one of these animals? We have a young lady down here in Cabo that got 60 some stitches in the back of her leg. We talked about that a year and a half ago. And everybody seems to think it's okay. There's a captain down in San Diego that had his dog taken off the dock. Little dog taken off the dock by one of those big bull sea lions, never to be seen again. This is absolutely incredible, gang, and it's not going to fix itself. It's not going to get better. It's not going to be better by sticking your head under the sand and just going, well, we'll let somebody else take care of it. No, I'm telling you, it's going to be up to us. Somebody has to do something. But that being said, we're going to talk more about what's going on out here on the water as far as fishing goes, gang. There were spots off of Newport in Catalina this weekend that the water was all the way up to 67 degrees. As soon as that sun's starting to peak out, water temperatures are starting to rise. They're talking, like Greg Warren just said when I was reading his message a minute ago over here on YouTube, bluer water than they've seen in a very, very long time. The water's super blue right now. The El Nino, I'm watching and I'm listening and I'm paying attention to all these different scientists and all these different people talking on YouTube and talking on the Weather Channel and stuff about this, how strong this El Nino is already, how it's already affecting weather in the Midwest and in the Gulf of Mexico. The Pacific Ocean covers more of the earth than anything else, more than any continent, more than anything. And the effect this has on the weather, well, we already saw that in Southern California this year with the rain. We already saw more rain in Southern California than most of us that are young have ever seen. No one can remember this much rain. Us old timers, we remember it back in the 70s and in the 83, but most people have never seen this much rain. All this is affected by El Nino. El Nino is a warm water occurrence that's happening down in the equator, moving its way up. We already had a couple of spinners come by Cabo yesterday here in Cabo San Lucas. It poured down rain for about a half an hour. Absolutely poured. It was 105 degrees, and then it rained like you can't even comprehend in July. That's unheard of. We get that kind of stuff in end of September, October, November, but we had a massive amount of rain come down yesterday because we caught the little tail end of that hurricane. I posted on my story. We just caught the little tail end of it because the water thank goodness, the water on the Pacific side is where that thing spun off to, and it went out into the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Another month or so, if a spinner comes up like this, there's nothing's going to slow it down. The reason why it didn't go up here, because that wind's been blowing over there on the, hold on. That wind's been blowing over on the Pacific, keeping the water temperature lower than it is in the Sea of Cortez. Like I was talking about last week, I was up in the Sea of Cortez, and we had water up in Loreto that was 90 degrees, 25 miles off the beach in Loreto. 90 degrees in July. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like in October. It's going to be insane. It's going to be insane down here all over Cabo too. There's my good buddy Pete Grossbeck said a month and a half ago or 2 months ago, whatever it was, when they were putting the boat on the freighter down in Costa Rica, the water was 90 degrees in the harbor down there. So there's a lot of incredible things going on right now. And all that does is bode very, very well for the fishing in Southern California. If you've seen the El Ninos in the past, like the El Nino we had in 2015 or the El Nino we had in 93, or the El Nino we had in 83, those are phenomenal warm water occurrences that bring so many cool fish and make it so fun for fishing. I think it makes it so much fun when that warm water comes pouring in and brings all those different fish that we haven't seen like last year. How about that Dorado fishing last year? Was that insane? That was absolutely phenomenal. Well, we could see something way better than that. A lot of people panicked last month when the water was 59, 60 all over the place. And I told everybody when we were doing that, just remember what's going to happen. The middle of July, it's going to be insane. For most of my career growing up through the 60s, 70s, and 80s, we never really even thought about going catching fish offshore until they lit the fireworks off. Once they lit the fireworks off, then it was time to go fishing. Until that, it was boat work. It was, it was doing boat work, getting our tackle ready, getting our jigs all ready, getting everything ready for the season that usually started around the 4th of July. Well, it sure looks like it's going to start again this year. I mean, we've had some phenomenal bluefin off and on. Nothing consistent. The guys that are fishing bluefin every day will tell you how it's not consistent. You can go to where they were biting yesterday and not even see one all day, and they'll be 30, 40 miles west of that area. But I think the whole thing's about to change, gang. We got sun. Hopefully the wind's not going to blow anymore. It looks really nice on the windy.com. I just put together a nice video for the website about how to use Windy to predict the weather better. That'll come up today. It'll be up. I was going to try to get it up by noon, but it's my wife's birthday, so we've been taking care of nice stuff for Kelly girl. We're going to pick a nice restaurant to take her out to dinner tonight. But I just want to let you know, gang, it's no time to panic. Everything's getting ready to start happening here. And I think you guys are sitting on the edge of a powder keg of fishing. I think it's going to explode here in the middle of July. And I hope we can look back on this show on July 3rd, Kelly's birthday, and we can all say, oh my gosh, this is incredible, Dave. You were so right. And that would be cool to see that yellowfin come pouring in, to see the big eyes show up again that we haven't seen in a very, very long time, and all the other great things that can happen. Kelp patty, yellowtail, Dorado, yellowfin tuna, it can all happen very, very quickly. One of our members sent me a text message yesterday showing me between Newport and Huntington Harbor, 66-degree water right on the beach. If you remember, a week and a half ago, it was 57. That's how fast that water's going up. And that, I remember, I was talking about that hurricane that was down here. That's a big push of water headed up your way, gang. It's just going to keep coming. It's going to keep pushing. We're believe me, I don't want a hurricane down here. I just don't want that to happen. But for you guys, these ones that kick off the beach and run up the outside, that's phenomenal for you. If you look at the patterns on Windy, how they kick out the beach and that pushes all that warm water up the coast, that's going to be phenomenal for all of you. Everybody's going to be very, very excited when this water hits 72, 73 and full of yellowfin. I mean, the day boats in San Diego are already catching 12, 15, 20 yellowfin a day. That's pretty incredible for right now, for that cold water. I mean, down there, the water's 66, 67, and they're catching yellowfin. Can you imagine what's going to happen when it gets warm? That's how much fish, that's how much volume of fish is out here. That's how much is happening. But don't buy into this sea lion thing, gang. They're a wild animal and they shouldn't be saved, and they shouldn't get to go see a psychiatrist, and they shouldn't get taken care of. They should be euthanized just like your dogs, just like your pets. If they screw up and eat a person or bite a child, they get put down so fast and make your head spin. And those are our pets. I can't, I don't know. I get too wound up and they get too wound up about these sea lions. I can't help it. I don't know. It just blows my mind, and I can't talk about it enough. But I told my wife I would be short and quick today on the show, and we wouldn't take a bunch of time. I've already done over half an hour here with you guys. It's my wife's birthday today, so we're going to honor Kelly Girl. I'm going to jump off of here. Tomorrow is Promarahi USA Tuesday. We got a great show for you. And the end of the week, we're finishing it up phenomenal this week. We got Tommy Gomes. And Tommy and I will be talking a lot about those salad shooters that they're building up off of Morro Bay and the amount of money that the United States government just allocated for these salad shooters. And they're building an island in Long Beach Harbor, gang. And they're building a platform to build them on in Port Hueneme. It's absolutely mind-boggling the amount of our money that they're spending on these windmills that won't work in any way, shape, or form. And people go, "Oh, Dave, you don't understand. They have them in Great Britain. They have them in England. They have them in Europe. Da, da, da." Yeah, they don't work. We have them in Palm Springs. They don't work. And now you're going to tell me you're going to put them out in the middle of the ocean and they're going to work? They aren't going to work. Don't ever think they're going to work. They're not going to work. So I'm going to jump down, hang out with my beautiful wife. Me and Marley are going to go hang out with him. How cool is Marley? He is doing such a good job, right? What a cool little monk. I want to thank you all for watching today. Thanks for being a part of the show. Please leave me some stars. Leave me some diamonds over there on TikTok. And hopefully soon we can start doing our live shows on Instagram again. We're hoping that comes around. Thank you all very, very much today for the great show. We got to do something about these sea lions. I'm going to talk about it